most people struggle to write one book, if they write one book at all, and you have written over 30. So there's a productivity question there, which I want to ask you about. How do you do
Mm.
it? How do you stay productive in that way?
So I try to keep things simple. Um, and I build things into a system once I figured it out. So I think I started writing again when I really got serious about it was going back about 15 years. And I had an idea to put together a nonfiction self-help book. I actually was a fiction author, but switched over to nonfiction. And I realized that really it was just like it was a numbers game. So I just showed up every day, put in the time, and I set a goal for myself to write 2,000 words per day. And my goal was to write, I think it was like, 60,000 words. So I just showed up every day, put in the time, most days, not every day. And sure enough, if I blocked in an hour or two a day and I got the word count down, I had a calendar as well. And I don't remember if I gotten this idea from the Jerry Seinfeld, don't break the chain method, but every day that I did my 2,000 words, I put a green check on the calendar. When I didn't do that, I put an X on the calendar. So that way I could just look at the calendar after 1 month and I could just count them all up. And if I had, 20 green check marks, I knew exactly how many words I'd written. And then I was like, I knew I was probably that much closer to finishing the rough draft. And it worked because I did finish the first book. In fact, I think in the first couple of years, because I was doing this for quite a few years before I even published anything. And this was before, probably even just a little bit before self-publishing came around. But I realized like, okay, well, if I can do this for, and then I published the other books and I was like, okay, well, and I wanted to do more. I just had more ideas. It just went from passion to obsession maybe, but I just couldn't stop myself from creating more stuff and, putting them out there. But yeah, it really just came down to that system. And to be honest, I follow more or less the same system these days. I have a 2 hour creative time block every day. I don't always use it for writing books, but I'm creating something. But I do that, I still stick with 2,000 words a day. And if on one day, if it's 1,900 words, it still gets an X on the calendar because at the end of the day, either I check it off as that's the goal, or if I fall short of it, it's not. There's no like, well, I almost made it. I have to like hit that goal or not. So I just, being a little bit hard on myself, I guess. But then again, that was the discipline, right? So